Okay, I look like a hot mess because honestly I haven't showered in like 2 days. I don't have time with children. Sebastian's napping. Zeb refuses to sleep, so he's right here in his swing. If you hear a noise, it's the swing. He absolutely will not take a nap, but he slept last night for 7 hours straight, so you win some, you lose some. But anyways, I wanted to vlog in this very real life moment because I just need to give praise to God when God deserves praise. I mean, he deserves praise all the time, but like, hold on, this is crooked. But I feel like the one thing that I always want to do is praise him when he comes through, because if we're being honest, he's really teaching me patience and trust right now. I'm not very good at waiting, and I like to be in control, and I like things to work out on my timetable when I need it, how I plan it. I'm just very type A in that sense. I'm very spontaneous when it comes to like, you know, oh, let's hop in the car and go somewhere. Like, I'm very spontaneous in that aspect, but when it comes to like important things, I'm very type A. I need a schedule. I need to know where things are going. I need order. And God is kind of teaching me that it doesn't matter what I want, when I want it, how I want it. It's what he has in store for us, and that his plan's always better, and that I just have to be patient and wait on him. And I'm not good at it, but he is working on me right now in that aspect. So I'm filming this very real moment because if you watched our beach vlogs, then you heard us kind of briefly mention that Zach got a new job and that we are moving. So with that, kind of to sum that up, Zach did get a new job. Now, if you've been following us for a while, then you know that he just got a new job. He's worked there for 2 weeks. Again, God is just comical, and it only works out in his time frame. There was a position for a superintendent. Zach has worked in the golf course industry since we were dating in high school. Since he was 18 years old, he's worked in the industry, and his goal has always been to be a superintendent. That's what he's worked towards. He's obviously done that in Portland when we lived in Oregon. He's taken different jobs to get there. He's made really good connections, and after he took this new job, we were very happy. We weren't gonna have to move. Everything worked out. It was a pay we were comfortable with. So he took this new job. It was great. A week after he started, he got a phone call, and the phone call was someone saying, hey, I'm leaving. I've got an offer I can't refuse. Do you want to be the superintendent here at this course? And Zach was literally like, what? Like, I just took a new job. What? But yeah, like, that's exactly what I want. He worked at this course previously as the assistant before we ever lived in Oregon. And when he was the assistant there, the super was over 2 different courses. So Zach basically ran the golf course as the assistant. So he's very familiar. This golf course has like a big piece of his heart. Like, he kind of like groomed it when he was the assistant. And so he feels very confident that this is his first superintendent position at a course that he's very, very familiar with. So he took the job. There were several applicants, but the current superintendent was like pushing for Zach, and so they called him and he got the job. So that was like huge and really, really exciting, but it meant that we have to move because our hometown is an hour and a half away from where we live right now. And we jokingly, again, God makes you eat your words. He's just funny like that. I had always said I would never move back to the Henry County area. I absolutely refused. I did not like the traffic, the crime rates and everything. I just wasn't ever gonna move back. Well, Zach got this job. It's his dream job, and I will follow him to the ends of the earth to pursue his dreams because this is something we've worked towards since we were first started dating, you know, when this was his like first job was at a golf course. So I will follow him to the ends of the earth and support him, because supporting him also means getting my dream job of being a stay-at-home mom, which is kind of what I've been doing for the last few months on unemployment. But obviously, this kind of like secures that and gives me my dream. Because again, God always works in his timing. I had to work different jobs, and Zach had to take a step back, and then, you know, it always just works out. So I'll be pursuing my cakes, being a stay-at-home mom, and Zach will be the golf course superintendent, but we're moving. So with that, kind of why I wanted to film this, today is March 5th, it's May 5th, it's Cinco de Mayo, and yesterday we found a home. It was perfect. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, big backyard, a red kitchen, which has always been like my dream. This house was just absolutely perfect, but the best part was that it was in our price range. Everything that we had been looking at was like $1,400, $1,500, $1,600 a month in rent, and I can understand something like that if it was a mortgage, but unfortunately we're not approved to own right now, as well as we're not really like ready to own a home, just because like we keep moving every like couple of years. We're like up and doing something, so buying just isn't the move for us right now. So we knew we were going to keep renting, but we weren't willing to pay $1,500, $1,600, $1,700 a month in rent. Like that's absolutely asinine. That's like our total what we pay in bills right now a month. So we were like, we're not paying that much for rent. So we had a budget and we were not finding anything. And anything we were finding that was like maybe similar to price range was like a 2-bedroom, and that just doesn't work. We're outgrowing our house that we're currently in, which is a 3-bedroom, and it already feels small. So we knew square footage wise, like we could not downsize, like we just can't. So when we found this home, the second I found it, I sent it to Zach and I was like, OMG, I'm applying right now. I'm applying. Like, we've got to get all this information. Zach's at work and like texting me his picture of his ID and like sending me all of the information. And I submit the application, pay the fee without ever seeing the home. And I was just like, this is perfect. This is it. I feel like this is our home. So I sent everything over. So when Zach gets home from work, he calls to follow up on our application and they're like, oh, sorry, that home was off the market at 9 a.m. Somebody else had already applied and gotten approved. So we were like, you've got to be kidding me. We were so bummed. Bless you. And like all night yesterday, I was just so cranky. I was just so sad. I was like, you know, like that home was perfect. It felt like it was perfect. It was in our price range. And I was like about to settle and start looking at just other homes out of our price range just to find something, because commuting just really isn't a feasible plan for very long, because like I said, it's an 1.5-hour drive. So I was just really bummed. And all morning, me and Zach were just kind of fighting this morning and last night. And like, it was just kind of like, we were both on edge because we really wanted this home and it just didn't work out. And we were so, so sad. And so this morning, I'm checking my email because I literally wake up every day and check on realtor.com, on rent.com. I check everything every morning just to see if there's anything new that's listed in the area we wanted to be in. And I also check my email to see if I've gotten, you know, a response from any of the applications we've sent or anything like that. And I checked my email and it's the address, and I was like, that was the, you know, subject line, and I was like, what? So I click it and I open the email and it's the property manager saying that the house is back on the market. Are we interested? If we are, we need to submit this form to place a hold on the property immediately. And so I had gotten the email maybe like 5 minutes before I read it, so I was like on it. I responded immediately, was like, I'm gonna read the rest of your email in just a second, but can you please hold this house for us? Like, what do I need to do? And so this whole process, it's like been just happening just now. And it's just like real time. I wanted to film this because if we get this home, like this is like a huge thing that we're moving back towards our families. This is in our price range. It's literally 7 minutes from my brother's girlfriend's house, which would be huge because like I would have friends like right down the road. It's just huge. It would be so, so, so perfect for us. And it's literally like 15 minutes from Zach's new job. So it's literally perfect, which I've said 17 times, but we really and truly were so excited. So I was emailing the lady back and forth about 70 different times this morning as fast as I could respond, getting everything sent over. And then of course I sent the form over and the document wouldn't open. So she's like, I can't read it. You need to get me the form as soon as possible. If you want the house, if you want us to hold it, well, we process your application. So anyways, I just got everything sent over and now we're just waiting. And God just continues to remind me that like Zach didn't get this new job offer right away. You know, we were already like settled, we were good, life was happy, and God was like, oh, just kidding, here's a blessing for you. But then with that blessing led to like finding a home, and God just wanted to remind us again, just wait. In my timing, everything works out. Stop stressing. And it's just a good reminder that he always has a plan and he's always got our backs, and he just continues to prove to me in my adult age. As an adult, I've learned so much more. I mean, I grew up in a Christian home. I'd love to share my testimony one day in a different video, but I feel like I would like, don't even know how to put it together. But I grew up in a Christian home. I grew up going to church every week. I went to a Christian private school. I mean, like I was like fed Jesus 24/7, la la la. It was always thrown in my face. And I always had a personal relationship, but it was just never anything where I like witnessed God. And then when I first went to Australia, I really started experiencing that. But even more so in mine and Zach's marriage, and really in like the last, probably like last 2 years, God has just like shown out to me in ways that like I could never fathom. And I think part of that I contribute to tithing. You know, I tithe consistently. Every time I get money, I make sure and give God back his portion, because he's blessed me so much more in tithing than like I ever could have earned on my own. And he's blessed me in both financially, he's blessed us with meals, he's blessed us with like just blessings of jobs. He just always comes through, and I never ever ever want to take it for granted. I always want to make sure that I'm humble enough to say thank you when he provides for me. And I don't say that just to film this in this video. If you know me in real life, you've heard me say this multiple times. I've said this to both of my parents. I've said it to Zach's family, like that God just continues to show me if I'm faithful to him, he'll be faithful to me, which his word says, but like, it's different when you experience it. When you truly experience God's faithfulness for your life, he's laughing. It's so different than just like reading about it or hearing somebody else's experience. You know, when you experience on your own, it's just truly amazing. And his faithfulness is just unreal. And I wanted to film this in live because if we get this home, I'll obviously update this. But I just wanted to film this little clip because I just want to remember in this moment exactly where I was at, exactly how I was feeling, and forever remember that God is faithful. And I just always want to show gratitude to him. So I'm going to go recheck my email to see if they've emailed us back anymore, because in 11 minutes they could have, and we could have a house, who knows. So I'm gonna go check my email and maybe hang out with Zebby a little bit since he refuses to sleep. But yeah, I'm very excited and so thankful. So I will update this if we get the house, and then obviously if we get the house, I will have home tours, empty house tour, moving vlogs, all the fun things. So stay tuned. Be sure to like and subscribe. See you guys later. Bye.